Thank you. I'd like to welcome all of you here to listen to the Belfast Chime and Handbell Choir. You're here for different reasons, all of you. Some of you are here because you are friends of the teachers, Arlene, myself, and for years you've been hearing about the bell ringers and the chimers, and you've wondered, who are they and what are they? Well, really, I think they're probably almost the best kept secret in Belfast. But tonight is their night to be introduced to the community. We originated in Greensboro, North Carolina. And I'm sure a lot of you think that Greensboro, North Carolina must be in the boonies. And there must be no culture whatever there. But there is a lot of culture there. And we began the Piedmont Irish Children's Summer Program in 1980. It was the first year we brought children, and we've been bringing them ever since. But in this cultured place, we have a Greensboro Symphony, we have a Greensboro Opera Company, we have a Greensboro Ballet Company, we have a wonderful restored theater called the Carolina Theater, and every one of those groups and others cultural in the community have a support group. There's the Symphony Guild, there's the Friends of the Carolina, the Ballet Guild, and all of them. And to be a part of this, you have to go to meetings, you have to pay dues, sometimes you have to bake cookies, and sometimes you have to raise funds. But I'm inviting all of you here, become friends of the Belfast Chime and Handbell Choir. And it'll be the easiest thing you've ever belonged to. There will be no dues, no meetings, no cookies, no fundraisers that you have to do. But we ask you to be a friend to this group of young people. The choir was started in Greensboro in 1987 as a means of providing an opportunity for the friendships that formed in America to continue. And they meet every week, and they've been doing that for the last 10 years. When they are in the handbells for 10 years, they're moved into learn the handbells. We'd like you to support them in any way that you can. Something like this doesn't survive unless it progresses and people know about it and they have places to perform. So maybe you might have some place or a society or a company or something that would need an opportunity, need a group like this to play at a function. We'd ask you to do that. Maybe you have some time and you don't know what to do with it. Could be. And maybe you're just about at the point in your life you say, you know, I think I'm ready to do something new and I'd like to do something to make this a better place to live. Maybe your company financially could sponsor them in some way. You never know. But whatever it is, watch them, enjoy them, and think of how you could be a friend to the Belfast Chime and Handbell Choir. This is the last year that we're going to be bringing children to America. So the choir is continuing, and it's going to be the legacy of this program that started in North Carolina. I just want to welcome you, enjoy the children, let them know how much you enjoy them, and it'll be interesting to see their progression from the first years all the way through. I would put the Bell Ringers as a group of musicians against any professional group in Belfast. How about that? And I hope you'll agree with me.
the youngest group of chimers. Now, these children have only been playing for less than a year, and this is actually their first major public performance tonight. They are going to be conducted by Judith Clark, who herself only joined the group in September. Now, Judith works for the Inland Revenue, but I wouldn't like to hold that against her. Somebody's making a quick exit there at the back, Judith. At the minute, Judith's actually at rehearsal for Principal Girl in her church pantomime as well, so I don't know where she's finding the time to help us out. Tonight, this group are going to play 3 carols. They're going to play O Come All Ye Faithful, Silent Night, and Joy to the World. Chimers to come back again. This group have been playing for just over 2 years, and they are going to be going back to North Carolina next summer to learn how to play the handbells. They're going to be conducted tonight by their teacher, Elaine Molyneux, who's been a teacher with the Chime and Handbell choir for practically all of its existence. And tonight, Elaine's group are going to play Trumpet Voluntary by Jeremiah Clark, O Little Town of Bethlehem, and We Three Kings. Now we're going to hear the Handbell group on their own. Now some of these people that you're looking at have been with the group for 5 or 6 years, and quite frankly we can't get rid of them. Apparently it has nothing whatsoever to do with romantic interest, but I'm not so sure. Their teacher tonight is Dorothy Plant, and Dorothy's been with us for about 1.5 years, but she's only really started teaching the bells in September, and she's doing a marvellous job. They're going to play for you tonight the Londonderry Air, followed by Christmas Bells. Then my personal favourite, Singing in the Rain. And they're finishing up with Carol of the Bells, which is a well-known American carol, and if you're young enough you might recognise it as being from the film Home Alone. I certainly didn't recognise it as that.
I would like to finish off tonight by asking all of the children to perform together for you. And while they're getting ready, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank a few people who have supported us since we started this choir. I would like to start by thanking two absent American friends.
The first one is Mrs. Jean Jones, who has taught practically all of these children how to play the chimes and then the bells as well. She gives up 4 weeks of her summer every year in Greensboro to teach the children, so we'd like to thank her in her absence. The second person I'd like to thank is Mr. Don Hughes. Now, Don is Agnes's husband, and he's been a great supporter of the choir ever since we started. Now, Don can't be with us tonight, unfortunately. It's not because he's sick, and it's not because he's working. In fact, it's not because he has any other commitments. It's because Agnes said he would only get in the way if he came over. And finally, just a very special thanks to all of the children who are here tonight, all of the teachers who give up their time. And would you please go home and thank all your parents for all their support as well. Now, the group's going to finish tonight by playing a medley.
We're starting with, what's the Christmas medley? What's the first one? Jingle Bells. Jingle Bells, followed by Good King Wenceslas, and finally, We Wish You a Merry Christmas.
This group of young musicians is from the inner city areas of Belfast, which have suffered most in the last 25 years of strife. And yet they have come together in harmony, Catholic and Protestant, to make music. For the past 15 years, children from both communities have been taken to spend a holiday together in North Carolina. The challenge was to find a way of allowing them to continue their friendships when they returned home.
And we needed something unique that brought the children together in Belfast, one venue. And Mrs. Hughes, our coordinator in America at that time, saw bell ringing and chime playing on the television. And we thought that would be a marvellous idea. And to be very honest, I wasn't convinced that inner city kids from Belfast would come together for music. But I've been proved wrong because we've been running 5 years now.
A dedicated team of teachers has introduced them to the whole world of music. And the chimers will in time become bell ringers. They meet each week for rehearsals, and sometimes they can enjoy an extended weekend together, like this one at the Ulster Folk and Transport Museum. They come from places whose names are familiar around the world.
Poglass, Falls Road, Andersonstown, Donegal Road, Shankle Road, Sandy Road. And yet that is no problem when they all come together to play the bells. If the children do not show, the tunes will not be played. We call it there's a hole in the music, and they're letting their teammates down. So what we work on is the music is very important, but the most important thing is the loyalty to each other and how they must depend on each other to get one tune completed properly.
In a society where children are educated separately, this is one way of building bridges.
Some of us are Catholic and some of us are Protestants, and the way it is here, like the Catholics live in one area and the Protestants live in another area, and when we come to Chime, we just all come together, and it doesn't matter which area, we're all just all friends.
This is a mixed group, Catholic Protestant, and as you can see, they all muck about and carry on the way they always have done, you know, just as a bunch of kids, nothing to do with religion. If they stay with a programme for 3 years, we then send them back to North Carolina again as a thank you, as a reward for sticking with the programme for 3 years, every week, you know, for 3 years. And they're taught handbell ringing. They're given the initial course of 6 weeks, 2 or 3 times a week to practice. And then they come back to me, and I continue on with the bell ringing. And as I say, this group were out 2 years ago, and we're now running into their 6th year. Come September, we'll be 6 years at it, which is tremendous.
Throughout Northern Ireland during the years of the Troubles, there are many other groups like this, working quietly, often unreported, showing the next generation that there are better ways of living together.
We got picked for America, and then we went to America, and then when we came back, we got these here letters home saying that we want to join us here a group called Chime. And then we all went one night, and it was a good crack, and then we just started to keep on going from there on.
You get new friends from going to this, people that you would never knew before, of all different religions, and usually like you would just have friends of your own religion. And it's good to be mixing with everybody, and then we'll go away on weekends every now and again, and we'll come every Monday night.
And we'll go to Christmas parties. So we do.
You say you come from different religions. How did you find out the first time you all came together? Was it awkward or?
No, it wasn't, because like when you go to America, you have to get a buddy, and your buddy is Catholic or Protestant, and then you get to know them, and then them have friends.
We met a whole lot of people on the plane, and well, we were just all friends, and then it was about a week after that, you started the Chimes over there, and you went, I think it was every Tuesday and Thursday, and then you got a letter when you came back home saying you could either keep the Chimers up or just stop it, and well, a whole lot of people chose to stay with it.
Well, I'm Protestant and he's Catholic.
How do you get on so well together?
In the group every Monday night, we'll talk to each other and all, and going away on weekends, we always stay in the same room. We all go different places.
Do you think in 10 years from now you'll still be friends?
Yes.
Sure.
More likely.
Yes.
Is she going to your wedding?
You know.
Probably. When we came back from America, we went there all weekend and I got to know the other children and we got good friends.
The rehearsals culminate in a series of concerts, and this one is particularly important because it's for their parents. All the hard work they put in at rehearsals has been worthwhile, and their audience certainly appreciate their music making. Their choice of music includes traditional, classical, and modern. The New World Symphony seems particularly appropriate, as they are trying to make a better world than the one they inherited. highlight of this evening is the presentation of certificates to those who have remained with the group since its beginnings.
I'd be able to say, well done, and I'd call you out. Jeanette Hughes, 5 years. Angela Haddock, 5 years. Charlotte Sloan, 5 years. Come through, girls, please.
This is a moment of pride for parents and teachers, as well as the young people who have shown that their friendship is enduring. Many good people in Northern Ireland and North America have made all of this possible. The group has been seen on national television by millions who are unaware of their background. But for the young people themselves, their supreme achievement has been that they have stayed together in harmony.